Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be looking at this really nice knife. And that's kind of surprising because this is a Boker USA. Boker USAs are largely considered not as good as the Soligen knives, but this is just a fantastic little two-bladed jack right here. And if you'd like to hear more about it, go ahead and check out the video. Hey, welcome back to the Fortified Castle. Hi to all my viewers. Really appreciate y'all stopping by and checking out the video. This is a really nice knife. Now, when you first look at it, it's missing the shield and it might turn you off. But when I pick this knife up, I can tell that this is a pretty good knife. And so I went ahead and got it. Some of you might not be aware, but you can contact Boker and they will send you shields for these knives. Now, they're not going to be the proper shield from the period of time that the knife came from. But, you know, if you're just looking for a nice knife to carry around, that's one way to fix a problem. Some people make their own medallion shields and put them in. And so, that's another option. I don't know. I think I'm inclined just to get a nice looking shield so it looks better in there. But you can see this is a really attractive looking knife. Let's get into the specifics. All right, this is a 3 1/8 inch cigar jack. It's a two-bladed jack. You can see it right here. There's one blade, and there's the other blade. We'll take a better look at them in a minute. You have Delrin scales, nickel silver bolsters, nickel silver pins, brass liners. Don't see any gaps back there at all. Really nice rounds. The termination points are pretty good. Not perfect, but pretty good. Really nice rounds on this knife. You can see here the termination points are just a little off. Some of that may be due to wear. And it's an older knife. But yeah, nice even rounds on that. I like that. I hate when they mess those up. You have a brown aggressively jigged Delrin. Man, Boker did such a nice job on these Delrin scales. This is worn too, and still it looks nice and aggressive. It's very appealing. On the cigar jack, you basically get two kinds. One is an equal end, where both ends are equal. The cigar jack actually has a smaller end, and it can be difficult to look at that and determine, but if you put your finger on it, you see it right away. So if you hold it like that, you can tell that these are, the head end of the knife is smaller, just a little bit, than the tail end of the knife here. And that's what a cigar jack is. Kind of looks like a cigar. These were also called Anglo-Saxon patterns when you had this type of pattern where it just narrows down, kind of looks like a cigar. So let's go ahead and look at the blades. You see that Boker USA right there. They use that for a very long period of time. And they use this from 1941 to 1983. When they use these. Pretty long period of time, talking 40 years. On the back you see the tree with 9023 is the pattern. It's kind of worn there, but that's a 9. So 9023 is the pattern. So there's a number of ways to date these knives. One is the tang stamp. Obviously that's a 40-year loop. So another way is by the blade etching. This one doesn't have any. Third way is by the shield, and it doesn't have a shield in it, so it makes it hard to date this knife right here. However, being a knife collector, I have a knife collector book. And so this book was produced by Neil Picard and Ricky Ray. And one of the cool things about this book, hold on, let me zoom you out here. Okay, one of the cool things about this book is he's got an appendix in the back. And so if you have this book, you can look for the number right there. And all these little lines are just messing my eyes up. I'm going kind of cross-eyed there. So you can see the 923 was produced between 1925 and 1962, jigged bone. Ours is not jigged bone, and that one had a tree brand etch. Between 1972 and 1981, the handle was Delrin, and it was a small jackknife, USA, 2 blades. That's our knife right there. So this knife was produced between 1972 and 1981, which means Jay Weiss purchased Boker in 1970. And so it's a Jay Weiss knife, and they did a nice job on it. This is a great book. If you have a Boker collection or like collecting them, you should get a hold of this book. It's actually one of the more affordable collector books out there. It's brand new. It's like $55. It's the newest book you can get on these. And so, yeah, 1971 to 1982. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it in a range here. Really, really nice. Good action on this knife. Let's check out. Look at that. So you can't even see where the back spring begins and the blade ends. Really nice transitions on this. This is a well-made knife. So a lot of collectors prefer the Solgen knives, but some of these USA knives are made really well. And it looks like Jay Weiss was producing a really nice USA knife from what I can see. All right, I hope this helps you out, and if you're collecting Bokers, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Even if you don't collect Bokers, it's a pretty cool little jackknife. Very substantial. Just feels good. You know, I like it. I like this knife a lot. I think I'm going to go ahead and get a shield for it. So thanks again. I appreciate all y'all's support.